After 20 years of selling real estate, I have enough knowledge and experience to be able to share with you 10 things that every seller should avoid having in their home when they are trying to sell it and present it in the best and safest way possible to a buyer. Hi, I'm 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐓. Thank you so much for watching. I run the Cutka team here with LPT Realty alongside of my husband, Matt. We have 20 years experience working with sellers on selling their home, presenting it in the best way possible, and getting the highest price for any listing. And I want to start by the 10 things we know every seller should avoid having in their home when they are selling. And the first thing is unfinished projects. You do not want to have anything unfinished when you are selling your home. You need to finish those projects, whether it's painting, whether it's adding missing baseboards, whether it is changing out hardware, if you have mismatched hardware, if you have a drawer that's broken, you want to finish all unfinished projects before you list your home. Now, if you can't do them yourself, we always have resources that can help you get these things accomplished. You want to have all those projects buttoned up before you put the property on the market. Secondly, medications. You do not want to have any of your medications out on the counters, in your bathroom, in your kitchen. Your medication should be put up and put away. Now, we oftentimes do open houses. There are often times that agents are showing the property and we as your listing agent are not there. We have never had any incidences happen in our 20 years that we know of, but you want to be mindful to keep those medications put away. We've heard all sorts of stories. You read about stories. So you want to put your medications away when you are listing your home. And alongside with that, number 3 is your jewelry and your valuables. You don't want to just have any of your jewelry sitting around. You don't want to have any of your valuables. If it is something that's very important to you, that's small, that could go in someone's pocket, or you just don't want to have anything that is visibly valuable in your home that someone could come back later and be mindful of. Jewelry and valuables. It's so incredible how many homes that I have shown and people have all their jewelry out, they have all their medications out. It's crazy. But anyway, jewelry and valuables, medication, you want to make sure you put away. Here may be a funny one. This is my number 4, and that's your pet's poop. You want to pick up the poop in the yard. There are so many sellers that don't do this before they leave their home. Now, if you're out of town, okay, you can get away with maybe not having every little poop picked up, but try to put it on the side of the yard. You don't want to have landmines in your yard. It's just a bad sign. It smells. You want people to walk freely around your property, and heaven forbid, don't have it in the house. Here's another touchy subject, and this could fall in line with valuables, is firearms. A lot of people might have their firearms tucked in their closets, certainly not out and visible, but anything that has to do with firearms, you want to make sure that it's secure and it is put away. We don't want anyone to have obvious notion that you have any in your property, so you want to put those away safely, tucked away. We don't want to have any evidence of it. All right, my number 6, I know it's legal, but we don't want to have marijuana smell. We don't want to have marijuana contraptions, whether it be a bong or anything to do with marijuana, the smell, the look, the evidence of it. We do not want to have this in our house, in our yard. I had a seller one time whose son was there a lot of the day and it was all over the house, and it's really a turnoff for buyers. And it seems so obvious, but sometimes it's so ingrained in people's daily life. And whatever your thoughts, your beliefs, your acceptances of that, again, it's legal. Just don't have it out, don't have it there when you're selling your home. Alongside your pet's poop in the backyard, you want to take care of any pet stains that are on your carpet. If you have large pet stains, you want to get your carpet professionally cleaned and do your best to get those pet stains out. If you have a number of pet stains and they're obvious and they cannot come out with professional cleaning, then you really need to consider offering a carpet allowance, a flooring allowance. Get in front of it. Don't get behind it and have somebody have to ask for it. They're gonna always ask for more than what is reasonable and you're willing to offer. Get ahead of it and make sure it's clear to buyers that you are willing to negotiate with them and offer a credit towards new carpet that will eliminate those pet stains that are in your carpet. Number 8 is personal documents. So many people leave their mail out. I've been into properties where they've left their checkbook sitting out. And again, all the buyers that are going to be coming in are going to be coming with an agent. But sometimes if you're one agent and there's 4 or 5 people, you're not accompanying people in every room. And I trust myself. I trust when I'm showing the property. But again, we're having other agents show homes in the sense of standard listings. If you are a seller, you want to make sure your personal documents, your mail, with your bills, with your financial statements, your checkbooks, they are securely put away. We're going to call those under the valuables section, but they really do have their own category because a lot of people forget. Put it away, should be in a drawer. Nobody needs to see or have access to any of those personal documents of any seller. And number 9 is also a little bit of a controversial one along with the firearms, but that's political or religious items. There are certain things that everybody has in their home that is standard with their beliefs. I'm not someone that tells someone to remove everything that might distinguish what their religious beliefs are. But if it is something that you can remove, for instance, here's a funny one. We had a listing and they proudly had their Trump flag in the yard. I mean, we obviously know that this is a big controversy in our country, and they were proud and they were willing to accept if somebody didn't like their Trump flag, they weren't their buyer. And you just have to know that if you could just make your home the most neutral when it comes to political and religious items in your home, you really allow more buyers to be acceptant to just look at your home in general, not your items. And again, when we're selling a home, we want to sell the home, not your personal belongings or your personal beliefs, because the new buyer is going to come in and take over. So do your best to try to eliminate religious and political effects in your property. And lastly, number 10 is a sign of distress. We don't ever want to make any buyer feel that you are in a need to sell. So signs like everything goes. I've been into so many properties where the seller will be there and the seller would be like, I've got to move, or this is a divorce and I can't stand my husband and I got to get out of here. Nothing like that. You don't want to have any sign of distress. Keep it neutral, and trust me, if you price it right, it will sell quickly. But we don't want to give buyers any ammunition to come in with a lower offer just to get you a sale. So we want to not show any signs of distress. Price it accordingly to sell quickly, but get a fair market value for the property. Okay, so those are the 10 items, at least the ones I could think of today, the 10 items that I would recommend to every seller to avoid having in your home. Do you agree with me? I am so glad that you watched. We have a video every week on buying and selling real estate, all things here to Temecula Valley. I would love for you to hit the like button if you thought this information was helpful, or hit the subscribe if you want to get an update on the videos that we're doing every week. We showcase our properties, we talk about events that are happening here in Temecula and all the wonderful things about living in the Temecula Valley and here in Southern California. Again, I'm 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐄𝐓. Thanks so much for watching.